guys' expectations in the off season and now what to expect, and we just keep trying to stay at it and get better and from each year. And we did last year. Now they know we got to be better than last year. So, and then that was the goal, getting to the playoffs, and then let's win some games in the playoffs. Let's do something that hasn't been done at the school in years. So that's our goal. Let's do better than what we've had.
Coach, tell us about Dolphin culture. What makes you guys distinct from all these other schools around here?
Jeez, I don't know. I mean, this is my third year down here. It's a different place. It's a different culture there. We got kids from all walks of life and everything, and our part is, to do something that hasn't been done. People tell you, it's been a while since they've done things here, so that was a challenge, and I'm challenging these guys every day. Be the class, be that team that has done something that Battery Creek hasn't done in a long time. And that drives me, and I hope it drives them. And it started a little bit last year. Finally got a few wins in and made the playoffs. Now we got to build off of that, and there's no reason we should.
How have you seen your team kind of come together to help push themselves toward those goals?
Well, it all starts in the off season. Everybody wants to play during August, but I got news for you. It don't happen in August. It's all that winter and everything else, and coach getting on your butt and getting your butt in the weight room and doing this and playing other sports and everything, because it's all part about it. The busier they are, the better they are. And we got a great weight room. There's no excuse for us not to be in that room, and then we've gotten better at it, and we still got more improvement to do in it. But that's the first step in any program I've ever been in. Is you got to establish the weight room before you can do anything else. And work ethic's a big thing with me.
Coach, talk to a nervous parent out there that's worried about this heat. Tell us how you're keeping these kids safe.
Well, we try to go in the morning. We try to go early as we can until we get to August. Then we don't have a choice, because we start school so early now. And we try to do whatever our trainers tell us. We got called off the field this morning at 10 o'clock, so which was fine. We got all of our work was in. So, I would love to go at 6 o'clock in the morning when I get there. But we have a hard enough time getting Big Wani back there up here, He liked to sleep a little too much. So, I tell him the same thing. We'll do whatever our trainer tells us to do, and if we have to start later, we start later. And I don't know, it seems like every summer it gets hotter, but I'm dying to see what happens in a week, I'll tell you one thing, it really screws up your whole practice plan. It's hard to follow a practice plan when they tell you to start 45 minutes later. So, and then parents are asking, why aren't they done at 6 o'clock? And you're like, well, we didn't get started till 5. So I wish I had an answer for all that to get to it, but I don't.
That's been the refrain we're hearing, Coach, is everybody's getting up earlier and earlier. And
Yeah.
I tell you, when I was in high school, I was not. So I got a lot of respect for it. Tell us about, Coach, tell us about the program. Maybe talk to a young person out there that's thinking about joining the football team.
Well, I say football for me, it's been an escape from just like all the problems I've ever had going through. Football has really been there for him as a coach and him as a mentor figure. They've really helped me come to the man I want to be and how I really have grown as a person. Freshman me, I was a character, but now me as a senior, I've grown from thanks to my coaches and thanks to all my teammates I've had, and they've just really helped me become the person I become. In football, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be it's just a walking thing. It's going to be hard, but that's how you grow, and that's how you grow as a person and grow as a man.
Absolutely.
How have you and your teammates kind of held each other accountable throughout the summer workouts, throughout all the heat and everything going on?
Just getting with each other, making each other doing the right things. Make sure we're here because that's the biggest thing. We have to be here to work and grow better as a teammates. Making sure we're lifting, make sure we're getting stronger, making sure we're doing this the right way. Make sure we got plays made down, make sure we're getting rest, make sure we're really make sure we
Give us an example of something that was hard, that you weren't sure you could do, and then you did it between freshman year and today.
For me, I was really out of shape my freshman year. So for me, it was a lot of the conditioning. Freshman year me, I would be the gas first time, not even getting real done. But me right now, I finish as hard as I can now, and I'm getting through everything right now.
It's a beautiful thing, just like in life.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
I know that would always be a thing when I played high school ball. The first practice, you'd have some kids that were kind of, they come in those first conditioning, and they're just like, I don't know if this is for me, but the ones that stuck with it, it was just awesome to see them grow and get better, and I love hearing that. Um, you know, what kind of community support do y'all have from the Battery Creek folks?
You know, I want to. I look at us as a family. I look at us as a giant family, and I hope that we all think of that because it really takes a family to grow. Without me, I know a family couldn't. I couldn't be me without having these guys or anybody that, Miss Kim, Coach Sushi, Coach Ashley Mitchell. I wish he was here with us. He could attest to all the things we've gone through. But I really want to let it be known that we are a family and we stick to each other. No matter what.
I love you saying that. I mean, when I was in high school, I was on a basketball team. And I lost a parent. I got through that by having my teammates there for me every step of the way. I know for you guys, anything you got going on personally, you got your teammates right there beside you. Football is a lot like life. There's a lot more to it than just winning and losing. And I just really loved hearing the way you speak of character.
So what does the next month look like for y'all getting ready for this season?
A lot of just a lot of making sure we got our plays down, right things going down. Just making sure we're ready for that first scrimmage.
Absolutely. Who's the scrimmage against?
Hampton,
Oh, Hampton.
Hampton, Stall, and Blackville Hilda, four-way.
But you know, the most important opponent's yourself, obviously.
Oh yeah. That's just hopefully that's their release. They get to, instead of hitting each other the whole time, now they get to go against somebody else and have some fun.
Absolutely.
Coach, we'll be here for the glory. Beaufort's Own is going to be covering a lot of your games this year.
Oh, perfect.
Really excited to see you guys in action.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Coach.
Appreciate it.
Gentlemen, let you guys keep on going down Media Row. Loco is next on the hits, and got TOC and SAV after that. Really great job. Thank you very much. It's an honor. Great job.
That was great. Good luck.
Appreciate you, fellas. These kids are brilliant.
Man, I've been very impressed with all these kids. I know you kind of joked with them that you weren't getting up that early. I was getting up that early. I was not that eloquent to speak. And these kids are just doing so well. And I love how, it seems like these coaches don't have to hold these kids a lot.
The locker room polices itself.
And I think that is a huge part for any successful program. And the thing is, we're going to find success in a million different ways because, look, with a program, I know they're coming off a 3-win season last year. You know, a few more wins is that. But I think the big thing that I love from Battery Creek is it seems like all those kids who go through that program are getting better. They're making the lifelong connections. They're becoming something bigger than themselves. So, look at me, Battery Creek's already winning. Like, I'm already calling them a winner right now.
I think it's one of the best atmospheres in the Low Country. I remember a decade ago calling sports with my dad. Battery Creek did not have the culture it has today in terms of the attendance and support for the athletic programs. But I think more significantly than that, it's the attitude people have in that place. And I'm ready to run through a wall for those guys. Like, just to see that level of camaraderie where you see some kids working together that have obviously generationally dealt with a lot of adversity. This is still a COVID generation. They went through middle school together, remotely. You can imagine what that was like socially. And now they're getting to do what they love. They're playing this game together. It's the ultimate team sport. Like you said, Matt, 3 wins last year, hopefully a few more this year, but the winning is already accomplished.
Absolutely. It's been great. And just, as you said, it really, that atmosphere is just different.
Yeah.
And, every time you go there, everybody seems very friendly. Everybody's just welcoming. They're always happy to see local media coming out and covering them. And so always a pleasure to get to go out to Battery Creek.
And to your point, Matt, it might just be the best band in the Low Country.
Well Branch, they are two that are just, they're all very good, but those two, there's something about it.
They have real thing drum lines. They have real thing brass section. And one of the things I like to mention, especially young folks out there, if you want to get a scholarship for athletics, you don't necessarily have to be the traditional athlete. My freshman year girlfriend was playing euphonium in the band and got herself a full ride as a euphonium player. So by George, if you're a master of an instrument, you can find that next level as well, hopefully with a little more affordability than a traditional student.
Absolutely. There's so many opportunities out there. There's so many great sports. And I think that's the thing is I really hope with anybody, beginning their journey in high school, keep an open mind because, a lot of people, it's like, okay, I'm going to be a football player. I'm going to play baseball. You might change. It's okay to change. It's okay to discover other things. It's okay to realize that maybe you're more into the arts than you are sports. There's so many opportunities, and I really hope that any upcoming freshman who's starting their journey in high school kind of goes into it with that open mind and kind of realizes too that hey, just because you're the star of the football team doesn't mean you can't also be the one act play. In high school, we used to have guys every year would have to miss multiple days of practice because they were going down to Atlanta for the one act play championships. It's cool. Having well-rounded players is one of the coolest things you can have for a high school program.
It's practice for life, and the reality is that there's going to be things in life that'll be much more difficult than you ever imagined. It's your ability to overcome those things, and be in a personal or professional capacity, it does make you who you are. Just to update you, we are here at Media Day, coming to you live from the University of South Carolina Beaufort Division II, full member of the Peach Belt Conference now. We just had a pleasant conversation with Whale Branch and Battery Creek. Upcoming, we can expect, looks like the Bluffton Bobcats are coming up. Boy, do we have a lot to talk about with them. Additionally, today you will be seeing the Hilton Head Island High School with Coach Payne, Beaufort High and Coach Librand, May River High and Coach Bonneville, as well as Christian Academy and Coach Peduzzi. And then to wrap up our day between about 2 and 2:30, we are looking forward to having THA and Coach Brian. And then for John Paul II, Coach Milligan. Last but not least, we will have Beaufort Academy and Hilton Head Prep with Coaches Schufert and McFadden, respectfully. So
an absolutely packed day with just a little bit of everything, and it's awesome that this opportunity really gives a chance to talk to all the schools, both the public and the private, and just see how it is. But at the end of the day, these are all the same kind of kids, and they're all got the same goal, and I think that is just awesome. And it looks like Bluffton's about to make their way over here right now.
All right, the hype is real. The Bobcats are about to be on camera. Y'all get ready. Hayden Gregory shaking Marcus Walsh's hand, and he's coming to us. Javon's introducing. We're going to get these kids on camera for you. We're going to wait for our director, actually, but my God, they're all bigger than me. We will be staying with you live throughout the day, so stick with us. If there are commercial breaks, we'll be back with you soon enough. But for those fans of the Bluffton Bobcats, oh wow.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Looks like they're competing to see who's going to be on the microphone here. Aiden McCarthy, quarterback. Darnell Warren, wide receiver. Both gentlemen are about a foot taller than me.
Yeah, you got to get on the mic.
Hey, Coach Gregory.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, very well. Kevin Libby, this is Matt Golden.
Hey, good to meet you.
So this is yours, and then you got Aiden coming on.
What you doing, man?
Gentlemen, come on down. Aiden, we got you right here with Matt. I'm sorry, I'm walking
Here,
around.
y'all get behind us, right?
Yes, please, fellas. We got the shot right in the center of the table, so we can just split the table.
I'm about to play Xbox right now. I've never.
Yeah, no.
Beautiful, fellas. Guys, we are live on YouTube.
Okay.
Matt, if I may, this is Coach Hayden Gregory. These are your Bluffton Bobcats. Your quarterback is about a foot taller than me. Good work on that.
2
Coach,
feet taller than me.
you told me a couple years ago when you guys were beating up on Hilton Head, you're not afraid to throw the football.
Yeah.
Tell us about this team you have today, your transfer, and what you're looking to do.
Well, we can still throw the football pretty good. We have a lot of really, really good weapons. You know, Carnell, Amari, Victor, Cordell. I mean, and a lot of guys that a lot of people don't know about that are going to do a lot of great stuff for us this year. And these guys are really energetic. They have great effort. They play really, really hard, and that's like the most important thing for me is how hard they play and how much they love football. So, yeah, I'm really excited about them.
Coach, there's a lot of big expectations for your program this year. How do you keep the guys focused on what's at the task?
Yeah, that is a great question. Last year, I feel like we got off to a 2-0 start, and everybody was like, man, we're really good. And all of a sudden, you know, our heads started to get full, and we dropped 2 in a row. And then we started winning again, and their heads got full again, and we lost. And then we get back to win. So this year, you know, I don't love that stuff happened last year, but I like that it happened for this year's group so they can take a lesson from it. Like, you're never good enough to just show up and win. Like, you always have to put in the work. You always have to grind so that you can actually show up on Friday night and execute. So that's going to be like the main message for our guys this year is just go 1-0 every week. You know what I mean? Like, even if we blow a team out 50-0, we got to show back up on Monday like we're the worst team in America and get after it. You know, because if we don't, we can get beat by people. But if we show up and put in the work every week, we're going to be really hard to beat.
Absolutely. I think that's a great mentality to have, and it's definitely important not to let one loss turn into 2 or 3, and just kind of keep that one at a time focus.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we know the guys are going to be watching your tape. The football coaches around the country will be watching this Bluffton team from Bill Belichick on down. Tell me about your weapons and what you're looking forward to most about throwing the football this year.
Yeah, all right, so last year I had Carnell, my main weapon, and then I had a couple guys that were just like coming into their spots as sophomores, growing older into the program. And then this year I got a new guy. He's really good, so that'll help us a lot. I got 2 weapons on both sides, so it's
The
going
folks
to be
that
a
don't
lot.
know about the transfer, tell us about your new guy.
All right, so Mari transferred from Beaufort. He's got a lot of offers from big schools, big time schools, and he's really fast. That helps a lot.
A lot of the teams out here talk about self-policing locker rooms. As one of the leaders of this team, tell me about how you keep order in your locker room and some of your captains and how they keep that order.
I mean, it's just making sure everybody on the team, even the young guys, know the standard and what we're gonna set the bar at. And if you don't meet that bar, then like you can just go home. Honestly, it's just if you're not at the standard, then kick rocks, I guess.
We know with the heat, you guys are getting up earlier for practices and sometimes staying a little bit later. What's the average wake-up time in the summer for you guys?
I mean, around like 6:30. Got to be at the school at like 7:15.
Oh boy, so much more discipline than I had in high
It's
school.
way worse when we go to camps. We had some camps this year that they met at the high school at 5 a.m.
Oh my, that's before the
Yeah.
sun.
Oh yeah, those were fun days.
Oh boy.
It's great when you can all get together though and go do that. I mean, it makes those early days worth it. So what is the next month kind of looking like for y'all?
I mean, it's just getting ready, making sure everything's like all the like little tweaks we got to make sure we're season ready and we don't make stupid mistakes that we shouldn't make in the season and cost us games or cost us certain plays that cost us the entire game and like just getting ready for the season.
Yeah, we start first official practices next week, so we got to go through our heat acclimation days, and then we have a scrimmage against Savannah Christian on August 8th. So we're like getting into the season really, really fast here because we're gonna treat that like a real game for at least a half. Um, like our quarterback will be dead, but other than that, like we're gonna be playing football, and they're a really good football team. So it's not like we're doing a scrimmage against Yada Hookie Pookie. You know what I mean? Like we're going up against like a state championship Georgia team on the 8th. So we're gonna like game plan and treat that like a real thing, and then we're gonna learn a lot from that game. We're gonna have the next week off before we get into Whale Branch, and so I'm really excited to see what we do in that game. Like I don't really care about the score that much, but I really want to see where we are as a team at that point, so we know what we need to improve on. You know what I mean?
And I know these guys will be excited to finally get to hit somebody in
Yeah.
the jersey.
Yeah,
Sure.
absolutely. That's one thing that I love about this group too is they like hitting. So I hate when you got soft kids and you got like beg them to hit. Like we talk about, there's three types of different people. You got contact avoiders, you got contact tolerators, and you have contact cravers. And it's that third one that you really want. We got a lot of contact cravers.
Coach, it sounds like you got some dogs. For the parents out there that are watching that might be nervous about getting their kid into football, signing that permission slip, tell us about what you're doing for heat safety in these summer months.
Yeah, so our athletic trainer, Jake, does a great job. We have a little card that I actually carry on me at all times that tells us when we can practice and when we can't. And he's got a little temperature gauge that sometimes makes me really mad. But as soon as that temperature gauge hits a certain level, we cannot be on the field. So we get off the field and, we wait for it to cool down.
Mr. McCarthy, tell us about your offensive line.
All right, so we lost two guys, but we're coming back. One of our guys started sophomore year and last year, so we're gonna be all right on the O line. We're gonna be pretty good.
All right, tell us about that weight room.
Oh yeah, so we developed a culture this year, like a better culture than any year I'd say before. Like just getting after every time we get in that weight room, like it's with the purpose to win that region or get better or do anything we want to do. Honestly, just to get stronger.
Who's your strongest member of your team right now? Who's winning the weight room?
Chris Doyle.
Chris Doyle?
Yeah.
What position?
D-line.
D-line.
Yeah.
All right.
So how's the community really embraced Bluffton High School?
I mean, just people supporting. Like we got parents bringing popsicles in on Tuesdays. Just people all around the town supporting us, making sure like we're good with meals and all that. Like last year we had meals like just given to us. We didn't have to pay for anything. So yeah, just support.
You guys are the pride of Bluffs, and I know all around town it's fun to watch you guys. That Bobcats everywhere these days at Boomtown. So congratulations, you guys. We can't wait to see you. Javon here with Buford Tone's going to be covering a lot of these games for you, so you get to watch your own tape right through this camera.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Yep.
All right, well, we're going to get y'all down the road. I know you got a lot of people wanting to talk to the Bobcats.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all coming through. Good luck this season.
Absolutely.
sir.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks,
Nice to
Coach.
meet you.
Thank you.
Great job, gentlemen. We appreciate it.
I had to sneeze for the longest time. I've never fought off a sneeze.
Well, there goes the hottest team in the local. So we're going to go ahead and take a commercial break. We'll cool down these hot mics and come on back, y'all. We got plenty more to go here with Media Day right from USCB.
speaks.
Speaks. And so we are excited. So what all has this summer looked like for the Beaufort Eagles?
I think just a lot of, trying to refine some of the things that we worked on in the spring and, get some new stuff in and just get reps. That's kind of the big thing. Make sure we're getting in better condition, getting stronger, so we're ready to go once we get into games and just get rolling.
Kenny, talk about your summer program here. It's hot out there. What you guys been up to?
Man, it's just been a lot of running. It's a lot of hard running, a lot of team pushing, a lot of offensive team organizations. A lot of team period going on, a lot of 7-on-7. But we just getting better day by day, I would say.
So talk to us about a self-policing locker room. Who's the disciplinarian in your locker room? Who's the captains? Who's going to lay down the discipline when it's got to come?
Man, all the seniors got to take over the locker room. We got to make sure that locker room clean, nothing on the ground,
Right on.
But, yeah, just all the seniors are going to take care of it mostly.
We're hearing a lot of these kids are taking their summers to go to bed early, to wake up early, get these practices in before the heat comes. About what time are you guys getting in on a good day?
We get out at least like 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning.
Yeah. Yep.
Around every single day. It get hot though, like real hot, humid, 90 degrees. I see, like it be feeling like 100.
Oh yeah.
It be getting hot.
Yeah, it's like soup.
Yeah.
Coach, if there's a parent out there that's nervous about this heat, tell us how you're keeping your players safe.
Well, you just got to take a bunch of breaks, and and we have safety protocols that we have to follow, and so our trainers out there keeping an eye on the heat and the humidity and all that stuff. So, it's part of it, and we're when it's hot, you got to take more breaks than what you normally do, give them a little bit longer, and so just trying to make sure everybody's safe. Take helmets off when you can take helmets off, and not just running them into the ground and saying, hey, we're going to just keep doing. It's not an old school approach to
Right.
it. So, just trying to look out for their safety.
We all appreciate that.
Yeah.
Coach, what have you seen with the senior class over the last 4 years and how they've grown?
Yeah, I've grown a lot. It was a really good senior class when it came in. Had guys like Kenny that came in and started as freshmen, and so you just see them progress as they go. And they're sophomores who win a state championship, and so you just start bringing that along. And and as we've been able to do that, I think they've started to get a better idea of what it takes to be a leader, and doing it the right way. And I've been happy with kind of what they've done so far, and then you just got to see how they handle adversity when you get into the season.
Coach, tell us about success for you this season. Is it defined by wins and losses, or is it something bigger than that?
Well, the big picture is always bigger than that. You're trying to raise really good young men. That's the most important thing. And I just kind of believe that if we have a bunch of really good people, that we'll have a really good football team. So, that's what we hope is happening. And I think we've got a good group this year. And so, if we bring them along that way, I think we'll have a good football team. And so far, they've done a great job.
Can you guys give me an example of sometime it was, almost felt like you weren't going to be able to get through something, and you came back and made it happen?
Just running the track, like running them 2 miles.
Yes, sir.
Like it get real draining. Then you got to play football right after.
Yeah.
Your body be shut down, body tired after a long day.
So you got to want to be there.
Yes, sir. Every day is a dedication. Like you got to want it.
Yeah.
So, Kenny, you were on the state championship team. What does this program need to do to get back to that?
I say we just got to hold ourselves back accountable, hold ourselves to the standard every single day. Like I feel like years recent, we just been sleeping off, but now we getting back onto our stuff, and now we just gonna be right back on the top. We're in our region again. That's gonna help us push forward into a state championship.
They say don't wake a sleeping lion. We got one right here in Beaufort. Look
Yes,
out
sir.
for when these cats come alive. Guys, thank you very, very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, good luck this season.
Yes, sir.
No problem.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Great job on there. To our live audience, stick with us. We got May River coming right up behind.
All right.
Guys, great job. All media rows here for you. You got Loco Sports coming up next. You got Max and JJ. You know JJ. Fellas, great job. Ooh. Thank you very much, gentlemen. I appreciate you. Thank you, sir.
Oh, exciting to hear from the Beaufort Eagles. Definitely a team that they're looking to get back to that state championship level, and man, you see some of the talent they've got there.
Yeah.
You can't think they're that far off.
It's the post Samari Bonds era. We're going to try lowering this hot mic for us here. Hot mic. But Beaufort, what a program. Obviously known for their running game through the years. Here we go. Yeah, known for running, but now they do a little bit of everything under Coach Labran. So obviously a state champion in the sophomore year for the kids in their senior year now. It makes a big difference when you've been there. You know you can do it.
And you mentioned Samari Bonds, one of my favorite guys to watch throughout the county last year. It will be interesting seeing how Beaufort moves on after him.
All you got to do is step up, right? The great thing about having a great player leave is it creates that chasm where players who've been watching what it takes to be that level of an athlete can really step in and hopefully fill that role for these Eagles. What a program they have up there. A lot of pros coming out of the Eagles through the years. Obviously, Coach Clifford was there for so long. They were always known for their ground and pound. But what I like to note when it comes to the Beaufort Eagles is that weight room. They have that U.S. Olympic weight room where, we've seen the Cummings family come about. All I'm trying to get at is in this level of play at the high school level, if you have trenches that can really dictate pace, if you can just run the ball on the ground, never have to give the ball back, it's a heck of a way to win.
And Beaufort's got a real interesting thing going on too, is they have a lot of military families.
Yeah.
So it means that you might get a kid from could be anywhere. I know they've had guys that the year before they were playing ball in Japan.
Right.
And it's just so you kind of don't know until the fall begins what your team's going to look like because you might have some guys that we have no clue about yet that come out and end up being stars.
You're absolutely right. We got a lot of kids that are transient, and of course, growing up on a base, you always gonna have a gym nearby. Some of those kids are real into it. You never know who the new kid's gonna be.
Absolutely. So it's just exciting to see what Beaufort has in store. Always a fun time going out there. It's really a place that community seems to really get behind the Eagles, and it's just a great program.
4A last year was pretty remarkable in terms of the competition level because of how close it was with May River, Beaufort, Hilton Head. Who am I forgetting? May River. Anyway, it came down to like the last week of the season really for any kind of structure. We saw May River go from first to fourth, over one game. The great thing, and they're going to come right now. Coach Bonneville's getting wrapped up with Marcus here. But there's so much parity. I think the hype this year is probably Bluffton because Bluffton has the transfers and some of the, Ed McCarthy's been doing it. But I'd say a team like Beaufort's one to really look out for is kind of a dark horse, only because, again, they lost Samari Bonds. I don't think we yet know, to your point, what the new kids are going to do or who's going to get more comfortable in a larger role and lean into it.
Absolutely, yeah. I just think it's something you can never really count out. Beaufort, that was a conversation we were having earlier. Just the program you can't count out, and they're always going to be good. Speaking of programs you can't count out, now the May River Sharks coming through here.
Talk about a team that's known for running the ball. Coach Bonneville, every pregame, if you walk out in the field from May River, they have like this track. They lay it out, and when they do their drills with the O-line, it's always about where to step in that zone blocking scheme. So I think if there's one thing to say about these May River Shacks as they start working their way over, it's really fun to watch that run game. They do a lot of pull blocking, a lot of discipline. They hold the edge, and just in terms of line play.
And they were one of the best turnaround programs in the state of South Carolina last year. Had a 9-win season, tremendous time. So it's just been fun to watch the evolution of that program.
I mean, they just ran people over, and it was, not a lot of offense in their passing, as part of their, offense, not have a lot of passing in it. But credit to that front five and, those tight ends they would bring in or even a swing tackle could really get that edge consistently, and it was one of the toughest offenses to get off the field.
Absolutely. Just so much good stuff coming from them. They will be a fun team to watch this year. Just, it's you gotta love it too. I mean, they developed kind of a budding rivalry with Bluffton, and a lot of those guys know each other, and
Yeah.
it does get a little bit personal. And I've seen that not just in football. I've gone out and done them lacrosse. I mean,
It's a real culture. I mean, a real rivalry for certain.
it is a 365-day-a-year rivalry.
So Coach Bonneville's just got engaged or started speaking with BJ Payne. So they're going to be a minute because that's a history. But yeah, to your point, Matt, like these guys, these Sharks are the product of what was once Bluffton High School. I used to say meiosis, right? What was one is now two. So the Bluffton High School split back in 2016. That sound about right? And May River is this beautiful facility where you're going to see a lot more of the kids coming out of Palmetto Bluff or the Stony Creek North part of Bluffton. It's really the boomtown part of Bluffton. So you see a lot more of the newer builds up there and just kind of a different dichotomy between the old six in Bluffton, the new builds up in May River. And culturally speaking, they're quite distinct. May River Sharks have their own culture beyond the Bobcat Nation, and it's been cool to see it grow up in this past decade.
it's been really fun. Not many places start a game better than when they get that shark out there and the
Yeah.
team runs through it all smack.
Yeah, man.
They've really have made things made their own in a quick time.
Well, of course, they got that. I'm not saying they got it, but Bluffton has that big inflatable helmet, and then famously they have the Bluffton Police Fire Department comes out and gets them with the the fire extinguishers. So great atmosphere at all these low country games, but especially these rivalry games.
The rivalries are great, and that's been a really fun time just to get to see all that. Again, like all these kids, they know each other.
Yeah.
It gets beyond that, and that's fun. I know in some of the other sports, it's like, yeah, that guy, we played summer ball together. We did this
Yeah,
and
we were in
that.
camps.
So, like, yeah, they all know each other. It's
Yeah.
just, it is really adds an extra layer to it, which in some regions you don't have that.
So Coach Bonneville is with us. Let's get these guys set up. Hey, Coach.
How are you doing?
Very well. Welcome.
Hey,
Hey, how are y'all doing?
Coach, I'm Kevin Libby. That handsome man's Matt Golden.
All
We
right.
got one of these for you.
All right.
And then for one of your captains, whoever you want to appoint.
Yeah, right
there we go.
Yeah, I'll take that. Him, that'd be good.
All right, fellas, we are live on YouTube. We are using this table as a centerpiece for our shot, so you want to kind of get as close to the center of the table as we can. This is kind of like getting a shoelace tied up, isn't it?
It's all right.
All right.
Whatever you need to do.
That give you some range?
All right, here we go. Feel like I'm about to get on the ones and twos, guys. Wonder what the chat's got to say about that.
Oh, how the turntables have turned. You got enough room with it?
Yeah, absolutely. Here we go.
right.
Hey, can you hear me, Jackson?
Yeah.
Comms good?
All right. So welcome. We got the amazing May River Sharks right here in USCB. Coach Bonneville's been doing this for a long time. This saw you catching up with Coach Payne and the Hilton Head squad. Tell me about your rivalry with not just the crosstown guys in Bluffton, but going over the bridge to Hilton Head.
Yeah, I tell you, one of the things that is impressive about this county is that every time you play a county team, you're going to get their best. You know, I don't know if there's a rivalry that you can say, we always want to beat all the guys, and they always want to beat us. And we have a tremendous respect for Coach Payne. He does a great job over there at Hilton Head. Last year, they just absolutely physically and mentally, emotionally beat our brains in. They kind of woke us up from the 7-0, feeling good about ourselves. He did a really good job with his crew last year, and it's always impressive. Coach Libran does a great job as well. Coach Susie and all those guys, they do a fantastic job of taking the guys that they have and melding what they do with their program, and they're impressive guys to have to try to coach against.
So, Coach, what does the summer look like for the Sharks?
Man, I tell you what, these guys, I've been talking about it all day. These guys put in, a solid hour or so of, I want to say, high intensity, extremely high intensity workout. They count every rep. They make sure they hold each other accountable. And as soon as they're done with that, we head out to the practice field for 2 straight hours. Hope that we don't get wet bulbed. I mean, some days we have to take our helmets off. It's so hot. And that's been every day. That's been since before school got out, before graduation. These guys have been coming to the weight room. I think every one of our varsity guys got their dumbbell sticker on the back of their helmet to represent that they made all their workouts over the summer. I'm extremely pleased with the work ethic these guys have put forward so far.
How would you say, like, the team, they hold each other accountable with that?
Oh, wow. I say they hold each other accountable. They count each other's reps. They make sure each other are doing everything, because we have an accountability situation in the weight room. If we don't get all of our reps or somebody misses a rep, we handle it, and we do. I think we just do a fantastic job of making sure we are policing each other.
Coach, talk to any worried parents out there about how you're keeping kids safe through the heat.
Well, I tell you what, we got a fantastic trainer, Alexis Bennett, who is always out there with that wet bulb. These guys know exactly what it looks like. They're always trying to huddle around it and make it go off so that that they can take the helmets off. She has cold ice towels for them out there. She has Gatorade for them, water for them. Our parents do a fantastic job of donating Powerades and snacks. So these guys immediately after they work out, they get Powerade, they get a snack before they go out to practice, and when they're done with practice, they come back in. They've got Powerade and snacks for them. So our parents have donated all those materials. So we're really doing our best to try to beat the heat and be safe while we're doing it. And I'm proud of these guys. None of them. I don't think any of them ever really want to go inside or take their helmets off because they're way too tough for that. Isn't that right?
Coach, you could have put anybody under this microphone. You chose your captain, number 9. Tell us about him.
I tell you, Jackson Miller moved in from the Kentucky, West Virginia line last year. Played quarterback where he came from. Sent me all his quarterback reps. And we said, no, you're going to be outside linebacker. And, he took that outside linebacker role and he made it his own. He is so tough. He takes on guys that are, 150 pounds heavier than him. He flies around to the ball. You see him, he's not that big. He doesn't have the biggest muscles in the world. But, man, you can't replace how big that is right there. And I think he's got the respect of his team in what he does.
Obviously, he must be really bought into the team to be willing to trade out being the quarterback and linebacker.
Yeah. When I first moved here, I was planning on, being quarterback, and coach told me basically it wouldn't be this year specific, or that the year that I moved in, it wouldn't be that year specifically. And I was like, well, I'm willing to do whatever you need me to do for this team. And he said he wanted me to outside linebacker, and I had no issues learning it. And then this year, we still need outside linebacker and people on defense. So I just told him that I would always do whatever he needs me to do to help the team win. So
Yeah, he does a good job. He's also our backup quarterback, that we feel really good about. If something happened to Luke Tran this year, that we could stick him in there. And he'll be one of those rare quarterback outside linebacker players that you don't really see that much.
Coach, last year you got these guys running through a wall. No one ran the ball better than May River, especially in the start of that season. How do you keep that going into the later part of the season, and how do you develop an offense that can play outside the numbers?
Coach Jeremy Dyer's here with us today. He's our offensive coordinator, and one of the things that we do with the slot team that we run, that's the name of the offense, is last year we were learning it. The whole team, we were literally learning the offense we did nothing really well. All our huddle film got sent to the guys that we learned from down in Liberty Hill, and every game we sent, they just put up very ugly, poignant notes of what we were doing wrong. And this year we actually feel like we know what we're doing, so we're expecting, to be better than we were last year. Even though we had really great talent last year, we had the book, and the book said do this, and that's what we did. We didn't have really any idea why we were doing it. It's just what they said, and now we actually have a great feel for the offense, and these guys have bought in. I mean, you come to a practice, and people will watch us practice. It's just so fast and so crisp. It's light years of where we were last year.
Coach, you talked earlier about your parents that contribute snacks and stuff like that. How has the community really bought into this program?
I tell you, I don't think they really question what we do as far as offensive scheme and defensive scheme. I think their biggest concern is, are we helping be a part of that community, and are we helping raise these guys, and teaching them life lessons about emotional toughness, mental toughness, physical toughness, understanding that it's going to be hard. Life is hard. We all know that, and that, we're built for that. Our minds are built for that. Our bodies are built for that, and we're just practicing, and I think our parents appreciate that from us.
Cool. Best trench play in Beaufort County. Look out for the May River Sharks. They'll be on your Beaufort County television screen thanks to Beaufort's own and our buddy Javon. Coach, good luck this season. Have some fun with it.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having
Thanks,
us.
Coach
This is
Bonneville.
great.
thank you.
Fellas.
Thank you.
All right, so we'll get the Sharks over. You guys are next up with JJ and Loco. So you got Max Araj and Justin Jarrett coming to you.
Appreciate it.
Good luck this year, fellas. And right away, we got BJ Fain. We got the Hilton Head Seahawks. Come on in, fellas. Hey, Coach. Coach, we got one for you. We got one for your captain. All right, may we have your name?
Will Jimenez.
Will Jimenez. Welcome, brother. It's great to have you.
Yes, sir.
I am Kevin. This is Matt Golden. We are live on YouTube, thanks to Buford's Own. Coach Payne, I got y'all tangled here, brother. Coach, just to catch you real quick, tell me what it was like meeting up with Jalen Sneed at the national championship last year.
No, it was pretty cool. You know, it's exciting to watch our guys, you know, go on and continue to chase their dreams and do it at high levels. And, you know, actually on the right over here, we were talking about, you know, Gaston Moore, former quarterback of ours, who was at Tennessee, just actually last night decided he's going to USF. So he's going down to be a Bull, and, you know, he was in the portal. So, you know, it's always awesome to watch these guys go on and continue on and to play at a high level.
I mean, be it Poona Ford or anybody else that's been a Hilton Head grad that has made it to the league, you have a lot of examples you can give these young men of where they can get to if they put in that work. Talk to me about what you got going this year after a really successful season last year. How are we going to define success this year? Is it going to be a next step in terms of wins, that playoff process, or are you looking for something else?
No, I mean, it's just, you know, it's just continued trend, you know, and I've learned one thing so far today in about 15 minutes, and I'm sure Will's a very bright kid and he's picked up on it, is people think we're taking a step back.
Yeah, no.
Which is really interesting because, you know, we do not have a large senior class coming up, but we lost a great senior class, but, you know, we started 10 sophomores last year, and you know, we return a lot of guys, so, you know, nobody was a bigger fan of Troy Timko than me.
Right.
Love Troy Timko. Troy Timko was not our entire team last year.
And
it seems to be kind of the thought process that I'm gathering is everybody tends to think that we're going to be down. So that's great. I love being the underdog. And
you guys got Thad Zarnecki, like, you know, the destroyer's out there.
yeah, you know, but we have several guys, you know, like Thaddeus and, you know, Will and Jeremiah Walters and Andrew Massey and Hayden Crockett and Aaron Stafford. And, you know, we have so many guys.
It's a deep pool.
And that's the thing is, and that's fine. If people want to sleep on us, hey, we're more than welcome to. And, you know, we're going to line up and just play physical football and you know, bring our game.
Coach, do you have to do a lot to kind of keep the players from tuning out that kind of outside noise, or do y'all use it as motivation, or how does that work?
Oh, I'm sure there'll be some reminders tomorrow from this little session today. But no, our kids just, you know, they come every day and they work. You know, it's a great group of kids, and you know, it's 2 years in a row where we have kids that just show up and they work, and they don't complain. I haven't heard one kid mention how hot it is. You know, I've heard some coaches mention it, but I haven't heard one player mention it. And they just show up every single day and they do their work and they don't complain and they want to be great. And that's the thing is they want to be great. They want to be really good. And it's not like they're just punching the clock. Like, you know, we probably, like in reality of 65 guys, we probably have 5 guys that are just there. You know, they just, you know, want to wear a jersey on Fridays in school and stuff like that. But, you know, we got 55, 60 guys that are busting their ass every single day.
Coach, talk to a kid out there who's begging their parent to sign the permission slip for football. What are you doing to keep kids safe in the heat?
Well, we have, you know, the parameters we must abide by. You know, we go off the heat bulb, and, you know, when it reaches a certain temperature, we have to do certain things, and another one, then it minimizes our amount of time and ups the water breaks. And then it becomes a point to where, you know, then we're maxed out and we can't be out there. And we have to transition to inside or change what we're doing. But here's the thing, and I say this all the time to parents, is nowadays is the safest time to play the game of football. If you were worried about playing the game in the 70s or 80s, this is not your grandpa's high school, you know, football. With how great they have made helmet safety now, and the awareness of concussions from medical staff to coaches to referees to everybody involved. It's truly, truly, truly the safest time to play the game of football.
Yeah, we've come a long way.
We have.
Well, talk to us about what it feels like to be a Seahawk. Why are you proud to be a Seahawk today?
I mean, I love this team. I love all my coaches. I love all my teammates. I love, you know, seeing us grow and just win on Friday nights. You know, we're always the underdogs, and I mean, it just makes it more satisfying to win on Friday nights. And you know, even when I hear stuff like this, you know, guys saying we're taking a step back after losing seniors, it pushes me and so many other guys just to go harder and just, you know, big upsets on Friday nights, my favorite part of the game.
That's awesome.
Will, what's the next month look like for the Seahawks?
I mean, every single day we're going to keep going harder and harder. We don't take stats back ever. We're just gonna keep pushing. And you know, first season opener against Stahl, we're gonna make a statement to everyone around us that we're still here and we're still gonna be that guy and we're still gonna beat every team around us.
Why does every player that plays for him love BJ Payne?
You know, Payne's a great motivator. He's always there. I couldn't ask for a better coach, and no one complains. It's just we just know him, we love him, and we appreciate everything he does.
You go on the Tour de Payne this summer?
Yes, sir, I did.
Now, that's an opportunity, Coach, that you put together for your kids. It's unique to any other school in the county. I think it makes a magnet of your program. Tell us about the Tour of Payne.
So it's something I started back when I was coaching in Ohio, and it's just a different opportunity for our kids to go out and showcase their skills to different schools. And I think this year we went to 7 colleges in like 8 or 9 days, and they go perform the one-day camps, and there's other schools there besides just that. But we tend to go to geographic regions that are a little bit different, than just southeast. It opens up more doors for the kids to get recruited, and it's a great time. And I whatever it was, 20 guys this year, winner, whatever. But it's another opportunity for them to bond together. And you learn a lot about guys when you're on the road with them for 9 or 10 days. Like you learn, Will doesn't travel through mountains very well. we learned that 2 years ago. But you just learn different things about different kids, and like I learned last year, because so many times as a coach or as a teacher, you see kids in class, you see them at practice, and that's all you see him.
Right.
And so many times you don't see the other aspects of it, like Hayden Crockett, for example.
Yeah.
Hayden Crockett is about as outgoing of a person as you would ever meet in your life. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
But you wouldn't know that if you just were around him in the class and at football. Like you wouldn't know his full personality. So it's a chance to be able to see them outside of football and to do some other things with them. And like I said, 9 or 10 days on the road, they start bonding, and they'll fight like brothers. But at the same time, it's a really good opportunity.
No substitute for chemistry.
Exactly.
Yeah, that really is an awesome opportunity, especially because football, I feel like, doesn't have some of the time for extended road trips. You don't have tournaments like you do with basketball sometimes. So I think that is an awesome thing you'll have going this summer.
Thank you. Yeah, it's something, like I said, it's something we do. We take our guys, and we give them the chance to get recruited. And it all comes down to them. It comes down to film and how they perform at camps. And they prepare properly for it, and they get ready for about 3 weeks, a month ahead of time, and go from there.
Coach, I've been working on the island for about a decade, and one of the best moments I had relating to Mr. BJ Payne was I had a parent come up to me because they're very proud when their kid becomes a Seahawk. And she showed me a picture of her kid as a freshman. And I was like, yeah, that's a football player. And she goes, oh, yeah? This is him as a sophomore. This kid's big, right? Then she shows me him as a junior. She goes, this is the first time we went to the Tour of Payne. He was motivated that summer. So that his senior year, he was getting himself a ride to school. And you change the kid's life. It's the story we hear time and time again, where this sport changes people for the better, because football is obviously demonstrable and similar to life.
Right.
You got to work together. It's hard. It's supposed to be hard because nothing that's worth it comes easy. And then you give these guys the opportunity to demonstrate that discipline in a forum where everybody can celebrate together on Friday night. Anything you want to say to your community?
No, I just wanted to add to that is that, I think that we do an exceptional job as a staff, not just me, but as a staff, as, we give them the directions, and like old school MapQuest, print it out, give them the direction. We give them the keys to the car, but they have to drive their cars.
Oh, yeah.
They have to drive them individually and as a team, so they're going to get out of it what they put into it. And not everybody's going to have the opportunity to go on to play in the NFL, but there's a chance for them to play somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
And but at the end of the day, it comes down to the work that they put in to get themselves in that position. So the utmost respect, for our kids for doing that and for, putting themselves through what they put themselves through to get themselves those opportunities.
Yeah. To a young player out there, or to a parent, if you want to get involved in the football program, nothing beats what culture you have built for the Seahawks.
Thank you. I appreciate
Great work.
it.
We appreciate having y'all come through. We're going to let you get on through the rest of the road, but it was awesome getting to talk to y'all. We look forward to it.
And I'll probably be the first one to touch on this, since this, I guess, is a thing. You'll appreciate this. Since this is a thing in Beaufort County now, there is the one-time transfer. So if you are somewhere else, you do have a one-time transfer from the high school league. So, we have built a great program. And so, obviously, we're an IB school. You have to be wanting to be a high academic kid. but there is that.
Yeah, we just saw Mari Patterson jump from Buford over to Bluffton, and still salt in the wound for
Oh,
Bryce Ladbrand.
I didn't know that.
Non-specific.
Okay.
All right.
I didn't know he went there. So
The Trolls are in more places than just the bridges, but boy, does Buford have some beautiful bridges and some beautiful football across these things. Have some fun traveling around 4A. Guys, good luck this season.
appreciate it.
Great job.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Coach. Stay with us online here. We're going to be bringing over the Hilton Head Christian Academy Dolphins here in just a second. Appreciate you, fellas. Thanks for making it fun. Thank you, Will.
Wow, so that might be the first time I've ever seen a recruiting pitch during a high school
Media day,
day.
yeah.
This is the new world of high school sports, and yeah, one free transfer. So yeah, I mean, it does make sense, and that is now something you've had to think about for both sides of coaches. That not only are they're able to kind of say like, hey, this is what we're doing if you want to come join us, but also you kind of have to worry about your guys might decide to check.
It's not like these coaches didn't have enough competition between them already. BJ, obviously an innovator using his media time.
So up next we will have the Hilton Head Christian Eagles, and they've been a really dominant SCISA program.
Yeah.
And just it's been really fun getting to watch them over the past few years and kind of what all they have going on.
I mean, it's Paduzzi, right? He's been there. I remember this kid was the quarterback there a couple of years ago. That was fun too. But in terms of program, to your point, which has been dominant, they've just been this class of SCISA for at least as long as I've been here.
And it's been really fun. I know with HHCA, there's been a lot of good golf come out of there. There's
Sure.
been some good baseball players come out of there. They got a pretty good thing going with the football program. And I'll tell you, if you have not checked them out on Friday night, those students, they show up, they support their Eagles. That is a place that really comes alive, and it's really fun to see that.
I mean, I think the SCISA schools do have a kind of unique opportunity in terms of some of the intimacy you see from the smaller school. Obviously, they know each other really well. Some of these kids have been together, kindergarten right on up. But I think they're just about ready to come on over. So without further ado, fellas, see if I can do this without getting it wrapped up this time. Coach Paduzzi, how you doing? Good, good. Kevin Libby, a pleasure to see you, sir. This is Matt Golden. All right, Coach, I'm going to get on this side of you. You're going to be right in the middle. You can bring a captain over with you if you'd like. Put him on the. Yeah. Who do we trust?
Reed.
Reed? Come on down. Fellas, you want to stand behind us? So we are live on YouTube. We got the shot set for the center of this table, so we're trying to just split that pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
We are here with Beaufort County Television. We are broadcasting live with Beaufort's Own, which is Javon's brand. He's going to be broadcasting your games all season long. So this is Coach Paduzzi, man that needs no introduction. And this is your captain?
Yes, sir. Reed McCollum.
Reed McCollum. Gentlemen, welcome.
Tell them where you're committed to. Naval Academy.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
you're
sir.
going to be a midshipman.
Yes, sir. That's
Thank
right.
Thank you. Good luck in Annapolis. That's
appreciate
a wonderful
it.
thing.
Yes, sir.
We're excited for him.
That's exciting. Talk a little bit about your recruitment today.
Well, I mean, at the end of the school year, the coach, he DM'd me on Twitter and was like, "Are you gonna be at school?" I was like, "Yeah." And he came and talked to me, and they liked me at quarterback at first, and then they didn't offer me then. But 4 weeks later, they called me back and said they watched my sophomore season film outside linebacker, and he said, "We're offering you on the spot right now." And so I was immediately pumped up, and I took the visit the next week and then ended up committing right there. So, yeah, I'm very excited.
That's awesome. So the Annapolis campus,
It's awesome. Yeah, it feels like home.
That is a really great program.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, there's been quite a few great coaches have come out of that program
Oh, yeah,
as well.
that's right.
Coach, talk to us about what you have this upcoming season. You have quite a history here. It's the perpetuation of this seems like nonstop train of a program. What excites you about this year?
Well, exciting is we have our main offensive weapons coming back. Joey Hop's one of our wide receivers, and he had a big year last year. Of course, we have Reed at quarterback and Wes Langhouse, and we feel real excited about keeping on doing what we've been doing offensively. We're going to throw the ball and move it around and spread it out, and we're real excited about that. Defensively, of course, we're going to probably change a couple of things up, but we're looking for, we're not real big, we're strong, we're not real powerful, but we're going to be really quick, and we're going to get after it, and we're going to be a bunch of pit bulls out there fighting like a junkyard dog. So that's where we got to get to. So we're
Can you
excited
talk
about
a
that.
little bit about what the summers look like and how y'all been getting ready?
Summer's been good. John Hops worked the strength and strength program. He did a great job and did most of the 7-on-7. I appreciate that. And Marwin Klein, I don't know if you guys know Marwin. He's been with us since 2018, and he's just made a big difference over the summertime. And really, he came on board, and that's kind of where we took our direction of our program in a different direction. So he's had another summer with us, and great for his efforts. And the kids did a really good percent of participation. So real happy with that. So, you work hard, and if other teams are good, they're working hard too. But you got to make plays.
Mm-hmm.
You got to tackle. You got to catch the ball, and you got to block, and you got to make plays, and that's who's going to win the game. The team that makes plays and the less mistakes. So, really happy with the effort the guys did this summer.
Coach, speak to a parent out there that might be worried about signing that permission slip for football. Tell us what you're doing to keep these kids safe from the heat.
Oh, well, first of all, we practice 7 to 9 in the morning. Our trainers out there. It's not like the old days. Because the old timers like, what? You have a wet bulb? What's that? And I have to explain what that is. And I'm like, no, the trainer, our trainer, who's a great trainer, but Latire, and he'll be like, oh, too hot for this. You can only wear a helmet. Too hot, you can only wear uppers. It's too hot, you can't practice. So that and lightning, and we were very strict on that. We go by those rules at Christian Academy, and of course hydration. Way back in the day, it's like, oh, you ain't drinking water. Take some salt tablets.
Oh yeah.
All right. Us guys remember that. Well, there's none of that. So water constantly, water at night and in the morning before practice, and we follow the rules and use common sense, and it's the most important thing. Hey, football's great, but these young men, their lives are the most important thing, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, flavored electrolyte powder is a little bit better than a salt lick, but
Yeah.
especially when you're hot. Talk to us about the discipline in your locker room. We got kids getting up to be on the field at 7 a.m. in the summer. How are you policing that locker room?
I mean, this year it's probably the most disciplined we've ever been than any other years I've been here. Coming off that loss in Wilson Hall last year, I think we all have a major chip on our shoulder, and everyone's taking it a lot more serious this year. Talking about working out wise, everyone's taking it a lot more serious, and we don't have a lot of size like what Coach Peduzzi said, but we will put you in the dirt. We have a lot of junkyard dogs on our team, and so yeah, I'm excited. Everybody wants it more than anything this year.
That's
One
awesome.
thing I've seen when I've come out to HHCA games is how much the community rallies around y'all. Talk about the support y'all get from this whole school.
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, we have probably the best school pride like out of any other school around here. I mean, everyone shows so much love to us, and we show it back going to other sports events. So, I mean, it's just awesome going to this school, knowing we have that.
We have a lot of people who don't even go to our school that come to our games.
Exactly.
They like the Friday night atmosphere that we have at our games.
It's a good time. It is a very fun time.
Yeah. Now, having said that, we only have 4 home games this year. So, excuse the schedule, and I'm not going to go into that, but we have 4 home games and 7 away games. So, those 4 games will be really good, and a lot of people and a lot of great atmosphere.
Yeah, bring an appetite too. What a concession you have.
There you go.
I'm going to make a statement just from my personal anecdotal experience. So I've been covering the high school football scene here for about 15 years. And for your class, you guys were in junior high during COVID. My read on your generation of players is that you guys take extremely seriously the opportunity to play together, be together, and especially celebrate on Fridays that you can all get together and really be a stronger community, if only by the presence of your body. Talk to me about how it feels to be of your generation and basically what it means for your class in particular as you come into your senior year to make the most of this opportunity.
I mean, yeah, I mean, if it does fly by fast, and I feel like just yesterday I was a freshman sitting on the sidelines behind Coach Peduzzi hoping to get in the game, but that never happened. But yeah, I mean, it's awesome. I've been trying to tell these guys every day to not take it for granted, the younger guys especially. It flies by fast, and these are the greatest memories you'll create in your lifetime on the football team with your coaches, your friends. So yeah, I've been trying to hammer that into them.
Live in the moment.
Yes, sir.
It's
That's
a beautiful
right.
thing.
Yeah.
So what does the next month look like for y'all as y'all getting ready for the season?
Well, we start Thursday morning at 7, and then we have practice Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We don't have practice on Sunday. We'll have practice all next week. And then Saturday, we're going to have a scrimmage against Buford Academy. And that will be 9 o'clock next, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. think that's the second. And then we'll come back and practice again, and we're going to switch over to 7 in the morning to 7 at night for the next month, just to avoid the heat and all those things that go with that. So we're going to try to do our best there. But the 8th, Friday the 8th, we're going to have a game-like scrimmage against Pinewood Christian out of Georgia. I believe that's 7:30. Everything live but the kicking, and that will be and that'll wrap up our 2.5 weeks, and then week 1 prepare for Porter-Gaud.
So it sounds like a lot of practice with some really important opportunities to get against somebody that's not wearing the jersey.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Well, Coach, we'll let you guys keep on getting down here on Media Row. You got Loco Sports coming up next. Thank you so much. We look forward to see you guys on campus.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you guys
Appreciate
all
it.
doing this. Appreciate it very much.
Happy to
Thank
see
you.
Thank you.
Very well done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
John, thank you. Hey, we'll see you guys on campus.
Oh, that was live?
That was live on YouTube. We're still technically live on YouTube.
Send it to my family. Hey, check out YouTube.
Please, we're on Javon's YouTube channel. Coach, before you go today, I'll get you a little card with it. This is Beaufort's Own that you're on. So if you search YouTube for Beaufort's Own, you'll see Javon's logo right there on his shirt. And of course, he also broadcasts over 100 games a year. He broadcasts over 100 games a year for Beaufort County. So you will be, on the channel. Coach Paduzzi with Hilton Head Christian Academy. What a legacy he has. So that's cool.
It's just such a great thing they've got going there. That's what he said about people who going to school, coming out to watch their games. It's a fun time. It's a fun family time. And I'm not saying you don't have that at other schools, but there is something special about what happens at Hilton Head Christian, and a lot of people talk about it.
They are a great time every time we get out to see them. We're going to jump to a commercial. We got more football coming up. Just so you all know, we got Beaufort Academy coming up. We got Hilton Head Prep, THA, Thomas Hayward, John Paul II. So plenty of football action, at least in terms of some media interviews that come to you. We appreciate you sticking with us, and come on back. We'll have some fun. welcome back to our audience here on YouTube. We're happy to have you with us. This is Media Day at the University of South Carolina, Beaufort, and we're delighted to be joined by Quinn Monahan. Quinn, this school just got full D2 membership to the Peach Belt. Tell us about it.
We did, thank you. It's been a long process, 4 years to be exact. Actually, technically 3 years, but we imposed an additional year on ourselves. We call it the pre-year, in order to prepare ourselves for the application process. To go from NAI to Division II, it's a pretty strenuous process. It's a 3-year provisional status process, and it was a lot of work. It was very much a marathon. And I think, unfortunately, we started off in a sprint, and that's never a good recipe for a race strategy. We definitely started with the sprint and realized we need to relax a little bit. It's a long process. I tell our students when they come for orientation as a freshman, be prepared. These are going to be some of the best years of your lives. You're going to prepare yourself for a great future. Your days will crawl by, but at the end of it, the years will have flown by. And that's what it really was. This process feels in many ways like it took forever. But as we look back, it really did go by pretty quick. And the fruits of our labor are now we're full members in Division II and members of a fantastic conference, the Peach Belt Conference.
And a lot of our programs are ahead of schedule. Now, we almost won the Peach Belt Conference with the men's basketball team this past year. That was fun.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, we had an exceptional year. I think we may have been picked 9th in the conference. I'm not positive on that, but I think we might have been picked 9th. And we took Aiken to the wire in the conference championship, which was pretty exciting. Yeah.
I mean, Ron Fadal has been an amazing coach. On the women's side, the same with Sharon Versa. And then your spring sports have been remarkable. We really enjoyed getting to watch the baseball and softball teams. The track this year was outstanding.
And don't forget golf.
And
Our men's golf actually won the Peach Belt Conference Championship, which is unheard of.
Yep.
And shout out to our Chancellor Al Panu, who, when we made application to the Peach Belt 3 years ago, they have a policy that new members in the process, in the membership process, are not permitted postseason play.
Right.
We appealed that when we first got in the conference, and they declined. They denied our request. A year later, Dr. Penny went back to the board and asked again, hey, can we participate in postseason? This would be good for the conference, and we could set the standard across the country. They agreed, allowed us postseason play. We got on the phone immediately to recruits saying, look, we have postseason aspirations, and we can compete at the conference level for championships. Picked up some additional recruits, and boy, if golf didn't take advantage of that, and we actually won the conference. Pretty remarkable.
I mean, the recruitment here, obviously the school sells itself, if only because it's so close to the beach, but also the programs, and I think what's really developed at this time is the culture.
Yes.
It's that you're selling more than just the academics, you're selling that you are a part of this community for today and into the future.
Yep. We really believe we're the Low Country's home team.
Yeah.
You know, now we're Division II, not that we weren't, and not that there wasn't validity in what we were doing before this, but it just puts a stamp on who we are and our mark, not only in this conference, but in Bluffton, Beaufort, Hilton Head, this region, and certainly within the state.
BCTV was delighted to cover the Project 2020 forum, where we had some discussion about what was going to be here. My favorite part of the forum was when senior student Jeff Riley got up and said he could see himself playing basketball on that gymnasium.
Absolutely.
I never shy from an opportunity to have you describe what Jeff Riley did with his senior capstone and what it meant to the athletics program to have the Special Olympians present for halftime basketball games, and perhaps just as importantly, to motivate this crowd to bring this atmosphere to an entirely different level than it would be without him.
Great. I'm glad you brought that up. Look, at the end of the day, I want to win ball games. We want to compete for national championships, conference championships, but we want to graduate men and women of character who are going out into our community and into the broader world and making a difference. Our partnership with Special Olympics, and we call them Best Buddies, has been awesome. And so our relationship with Jeff Riley and the entire Beaufort or the Special Olympics community has been amazing. I think, bar none, one of our favorite events was here when we had the Special Olympics come and they play, some basketball games during our half times.
Right.
It was electric.
Yes.
Everybody had a blast. Jeff has become part of our family.
Oh, yeah.
We joke, he is the best sweat mopper in the entire league, if not the entire country. He does a great job.
And Finn has a security guard.
Absolutely, yes. So, and Jeff actually reached out to me today, and he's got a buddy that's moved to the area.
Oh, yeah?
Wants to introduce to me so that we can get him involved as well. So Jeff has become one of our best ambassadors, and just a beautiful person. It's been a lot of fun.
Jeff, if you're watching, man, thank you for choosing here to be home, because we love having you in it.
Cool.
Yeah, Quinn, this was great. Again, just congratulations to you and the program. Thank you so much for making us part of it, and we can't wait to join you every step of the way going forward.
Look forward to it. Thank you so much.
Quinn Monahan, USCB. So again, we're here for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to go to commercial here on this broadcast, but stay tuned because Thomas Hayward Academy is coming up right away. Stay there. Welcome back to Media Day here at USCB. We are now joined by the Thomas Hayward Academy Rebels. We got Coach Brian here with us, as well as Dodge. So, fellas, it's hot out there.
Oh, yeah.
But it's football season. Coach, tell us about what you're looking to build with these Rebels here this year culturally.
Just really smash mouth football. I want to get back to a little bit of old school, hit you in the mouth. That's my mentality on it. I'm also an offensive line guy, so it's kind of bred into me. So
that's the brand from THA. You guys are hard and you run downhill, and by gum, you obviously have been about as successful as any program in this area. Tell me about this young man right here.
Dodge Peoples. He's going to be a big leader for us this year. Plays offensive line and D tackle. Might even play a little bit of linebacker this year. Might be playing a little bit of fullback. You never know.
Dodge, tell us what you've been learning from Coach this season.
Oh man, just a mentality to have in the weight room and all season. Just work hard for what you want, and anything you can dream of, you can have.
So, what has you seen from your teammates this offseason, like as they kind of work hard to go into this next season?
Yeah, we've all been putting hard work into the weight room during the summer, workouts and 7-on-7. Just trying to get better because we won state last year, so we got to live up to that. We'd like to do it again. We're all hungry.
Dodge, what do you tell underclassmen coming up as a senior or as an upperclassman to make sure they understand the culture that they're getting involved in here?
Yeah, just work hard and don't let yourself fall short. Just keep pushing, and if you don't believe in yourself, your teammates do. So we're counting on you. We're counting on younger people to step up.
As an upperclassman, tell me what's going on in the car on the ride home when you're driving an underclassman doesn't have their license yet. When you're driving them home, what's the conversation like?
Just talking about how, if they're enjoying it, making sure that, they're enjoying it. I like to picture myself like that because I used to have to get rides as well. So I just try and be good to them like how I was treated whenever I was an underclassman coming up. So I enjoy it.
That's huge. Coach, talk about coming back trying to repeat as state champs. What does success mean for you this season? And even if it's not a full, getting that ring again, what's it mean to you to be with these guys as they come up to that next level?
Yeah. Of course, the end goal is the state championship. That's what everybody wants. I think every program out there, if you're not going in there wanting to win the title, then you're not really doing it. But my goal is just to help them grow as young men. Honestly, I think God put me in this position. This was not something that was on my radar to be a head coach, and right now I'm just working on them, trying to help them grow and help them become better men. And so that's my goal. And then if we can get that ring, that'll be icing on the cake. So
some junior high kid out there that's begging their parent to sign the permission slip for football. Speak to them about what you do for player safety, especially in this heat.
yeah, for anybody who's ever thinking about playing football, I think you really should play football. It's a hard thing. It's a sport that will push you more than any other sport or anything else you're going to do in life, and it will help you prepare for life. I do believe that. It teaches you to get better at the hard things and not give up on yourself. I think that's one of the biggest things is if we can beat the person that's in the mirror and not let them talk us out of doing the best we can do. And that's what we're trying to do at Thomas Hayward. And with Logan Thomas and myself and all the other coaches out there at Thomas Hayward, I think we're doing that. Girls sports are really big and high right now at Thomas Hayward as well. So it's exciting. It's exciting things going on at Thomas Hayward, that's for sure.
What's the next month look like for the Rebels as we get ready for this 2025 season?
Well, next week's gonna be tough on them. We finally get the hats on and get the pads on and do a little running and get in shape, make sure we're in good shape. So we got a scrimmage set up for August 8th out at College and Prep with a couple different schools. So I'm excited to see what that is, and we got a big test with Bethesda August 22nd. So I'm excited for that. So.
Y'all got to get out and see these Thomas Hayward Academy Rebels. You also got the militia guys down there in the every time you score, firing off the weapons?
Oh, no, we don't have that. We
all
don't
right,
have
that. Well, they also have great concessions. So
we do,
come out
we
for
do.
the football,
That's
save for the
sure.
food.
That's for sure.
Well, we appreciate you being on air with us, gentlemen. Have fun the rest of the way here on Media Row. You got Loco Sports coming up next, as well as the local affiliates. But we really appreciate you being here for us. Buford's Own will be broadcasting a number of your games this year, which will be put in simulcast on BCTV.
Okay,
So
awesome.
good luck this year, fellas.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Coach
All right, thank you.
Brian
Thank you.
and Dodge. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
All right. So, yeah, we're going to take a commercial break here on the YouTube channel. And stick with us. We'll be back with more Media Day right after this.
right, y'all, it's Matt Golden back here with the JP2 Warriors. Coach Milligan, what all good things have you seen this summer for your Golden Warriors?
Yeah, we've had a good summer. We averaged 21 guys at each of our summer workouts. Some days were better than others, but they all came ready to work. We got stronger, got faster, and we learned a little bit more about our team. Looking for some good things to happen this year, but also looking to the ability to kind of roll with the punches when things don't go our way.
And we know it's been really hot out there. What kind of things have y'all done to sort of help keep everybody safe and make sure you're still getting that work in?
So we have morning workouts from 7 to 9:30. We get outside first to get our conditioning in while it's nice and cool, and then we head to the weight room to get the rest of our work in. So we keep them watered up, keep them hydrated, make sure they're eating well. One of my big rules is after we get done working out, they've got to eat within the hour to make sure they're re-nourishing their body from what we spent on it out there on the field.
Let's talk about this guy you've got right here. Introduce him for us.
Yeah, I've got Ben Solomons here. He's a senior linebacker, tight end for us. Had some good play last year. He's actually a baseball player that I'm didn't really have to turn into a footballer. He already had it, but he needed some encouragement, and he's really stepped up big this year.
Ben, what's been your favorite part about being part of this JP2 program?
Just the guys. Like it's a really good locker room, and I think, yeah, really. I mean, I just like, football's fun, and playing with guys you like is even more fun. So.
Have you and your teammates been able to kind of hold each other accountable throughout these summer workouts and getting ready for the season?
Absolutely, yes, sir. 6:15 is a tough wake up in the summer, but with guys like this behind me, we get through it.
Absolutely. It definitely makes it easier to do that when you got your whole squad there waiting for you. So, Coach, what does the next month look like for the Golden Warriors?
So we've got a scrimmage August 7th against BA. There'll be a 2-quarter scrimmage with some scenario situations. Coach Schufer and I talked about it. Thought it'd be a really good opportunity for us to get a lot of reps in, just us two teams. And we've got a very similar type athletes at both of our schools, so it's a really good matchup for us, and I think it's going to set us up good for our opening game August 15th against Colleton Prep. Last year we had a good game against Colleton Prep to open up at their place, but we didn't put it all together. We had 6 turnovers and 5 personal foul penalties. We lost 16-6, and we just couldn't get out of our own way. A lot of this year's focus is going to be on execution and making sure that we get out of our way and put the whole game together.
Absolutely. Coach, here are some guys that we need to keep our eye on as the season starts.
Yeah, we've got a returning quarterback, Alan Wolf. He'll be a junior this year. He had 1,200 yards passing last year, 600 yards rushing. Looking for him to be, I know it's a little outdated, but kind of a Tim Tebow kind of quarterback for us where he can run the ball. Got a little weird throwing mechanics, but he gets the job done. And he's a great leader for our team. Andrew Boyden's a senior tight end linebacker for us. He's 6'1", 220. Put in a lot of work this offseason. From 190 to 220, he's been in the weight room. He's been getting a lot bigger. Want to see him with the ball in his hand, but I also want to see him, stuff the line on defense playing linebacker. We do have 2 freshmen that I'm expecting big things for, which is a little unexpected being 9th grader, but having an impact on varsity. But Jaden Innabet at running back for us, and Russell Spencer, a big 6'2", 290 O-line, D-line, that we're expecting big things out of.
Absolutely. How has the community at JP2 kind of embraced this program?
They're ready for football there. Not having a facility on campus, and we've got a lot of great sports teams that have something at JP2, and football is kind of the last piece of the puzzle that we're trying to get together. The guys and the families that are involved in our football organization love the game, and they love JP2, and they want to bring this game of football to life on campus at JP2.
That's awesome. That sounds like y'all have got a great thing going. Well, Coach, we'll let you get down. We got a lot of people wanting to talk to you, but I appreciate you coming through.
Thank you, sir.
Look forward to seeing a good season. Good luck to y'all.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, fellas.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back after a commercial message here on Beaufort County TV and Beaufort's Own.
Hey, y'all, welcome back to Media Day here at USCB. We are joined by the Hilton Head Prep. What's your mascot?
Dolphins.
The Dolphins, the Fighting Dolphins. Welcome. Coach McFadden, this is your captain. Your name again?
Davis Cargill.
Davis, welcome. Coach, tell us about this crew I got behind me and this captain here with us. What you guys got going on this year?
This crew that we have here been a hard-working crew. One of our leaders, Davis Cargill, has really put in a lot of work this off-season, but this past year. The numbers that he's posting in the weight room right now are unbelievable. He's done a heck of a job. I know he's excited. One of the few kids that you have to tell, hey, stop working out. He works out 3 times a day, and it's like, Davis, you can't do that. You got to let the body rest. So excited to see him work this year. And then behind us here, we have Danny Guy. Danny Guy, number 54, one of our offensive linemen, outside linebackers, DNs for us. Tyler Britsky, left tackle, defensive tackle for us. Paulie Smith, our center, will linebacker. Brody Hauser. Brody is a slot receiver, running back, safety, linebacker. He's my comfort blanket, but Brody does it all for us. So we have Finian Rooney. He's going to be a staple back there again this year in the secondary at corner for us, and up at receiver. Made some big catches for us last year, made some big plays for us last year. And we have the new guy, Quinn LaValle. Quinn's first year playing football, and excited about him coming out as a senior and really busting his tail and working hard. And Quinn played receiver and some cornerback for us this year.
Well, it sounds like a great squad. Davis, I got to know, who's bench pressing the most in the team right now?
I think it's tied between me and Tyler, 275. So.
What? Okay. Gonna step back a minute on that one. 275 in the weight room is ridiculous. Hope you guys have T-shirts for that, like a 275 club. Oh my God. Coach McFadden, tell me about what makes these guys different than teams in the past, and how they come together with chemistry.
Well, the one thing about it, and this being my second year here, this senior class coming in, they know what it takes to win. They've won football games, and so last year we had a senior class that hadn't won. They had come off 2 losing seasons and winless seasons, and we're here now with a taste of winning. We had a taste of the playoffs, and so those are the things that we want to do this year. We want to win. We want to win more games than we won last year in the regular season and in the playoffs. So those are the goals, and we talk about it all the time, but it's a process. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen just because we walk out on the football field. There's work to do to lead up to each Friday night, and these guys have put in the work so far. We got to continue to put work in, and we're looking forward to a successful season and watching these guys run around and play football.
You guys aren't new to this, you're true to this. I love that you guys, again, came from a losing program, built that winning culture. For your generation, especially your senior year, guys, like you guys were in junior high when COVID hit. How much does it mean to you, Davis, to be able to get out on the field, be with your teammates, and do this all together?
Yeah, I love it. We have a very good senior group. We've been playing since 6th grade, so we have a really good chemistry going on there. I think we work very well as a team, and I think we all just help each other be better. So.
It's a beautiful thing. Coach McFadden, for anyone out there that's maybe a kid begging to get their parent to sign that permission slip, what are you doing to keep these kids safe, especially in terms of the heat this summer?
Great question, and I'm glad that you asked that question, because one of the things that we have run into here is a lot of people talk about not playing football, just scared, and that they're going to get injured. But to be honest, I don't care what sport you play. There's a chance of injury. The biggest thing that we talk about is we teach them how. A lot of kids nowadays, they're going to ask questions. Why? Why do we do this? Why do we do that? Well, as a football coach, it's our job to teach them and tell them the why behind what we're asking them to do. And so when we tackle, each one of these guys can tell you and talk you through how to tackle and the proper way of tackling. When we stretch, the one thing that we do when we stretch, we get our head up, our eyes up. So we practice the right way, and we practice what we teach as coaches, what we preach as coaches, as far as keeping your head up, your eyes up, to be able to make tackles. And we talk about near foot, near shoulder tackling, see how tackling. So with my background coming from college football, the things that we did at that level, we spent a lot of time there. And so bringing that to the to this level and to this group at Hilton Head Prep, first thing is we got to get them to Friday.
Mhm.
And so we have to be safe. And the way that we go about practicing is, it's not running into each other Monday through Thursday. We have to be smart about what we do and how we do it, and just taking care of your teammate. We don't champion and cheer for cheap shots or big shots on guys. So it's just being smart about who we are and what we do, and that helps to get to the next day. That
Mhm.
helps to get to the next game. Other than that, I ask these kids to go hard, play fast. And when you go hard, you play fast, you play full speed, whatever happens from there, it happens. And as long as you do that in life, I want you to go hard and go full speed in life. And so those are the things that we do. They're not going to walk on eggshells in life and worry about if this is going to happen, if that is going to happen. No, that's not what we do here. So
Control those controllables.
control the controllables. There you go.
Yes, sir. Davis, when you're on the bus, who's the funniest?
I'd I'd either say Wyatt or Ramsey.
All right.
Pretty funny.
Yeah, I think if you bench 275, you can pretty much make people laugh at your jokes if you need to.
Maybe that doesn't work as well. But.
Davis, talk to a young person out there that's watching that wants to join a football team or is thinking about joining a team sport. Why does this matter?
I mean, I love football. Just like the connection you get, I don't think you can really get from any other sport. Just how it brings you together as a team. I don't think there's another sport that can bring you together like football does.
Yeah. Roll for everybody, big guys, little guys that can bench 275. They got something for everybody. Coach McFadden, these Dolphins, thank you very much, guys. Enjoy the rest of the media day. There's a whole media row waiting to come see you. We're going to throw it over to commercial, but gentlemen, good luck this season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you after the break.
That's fine.
You guys have T-shirts, right? So you can show that off in school? I don't. Custom T-shirts? We gotta do a wrap-up show. You want me to do it right from this? Are we just going live stream still? All right. Y'all, thanks for sticking with us. This is the last one of the day for us, for these Dolphins, for Kevin, for Matt Golden, for Javon, the entire Beaufort County Television crew. We appreciate you tuning in and enjoying this wonderful sport called football. We will see you on the gridiron during the season. Catch you then.